Hola, hola. My name is Ramon, cosmetic chemist, esthetician, lover of Korean skincare. I talk about on my channel all the time. Korean skincare is really fascinating to me from a cosmetic chemist perspective because of how they approach developing formulas and how they approach the overall cosmetic item itself. In my mind, Korean skincare always focuses on how do we optimize soothing and hydrating and nourishing the skin, along with whatever active we're trying to include. But also, so much innovation happens in Korean skincare, in my opinion, more so than what we see here in the US. And I mean, when I was in Korea last year, I got to see a lot of that technology firsthand, a lot of the ingredients and complexes that were patented over there, and to get a little sneak peek of what happens behind the scenes. So today we're talking about a couple of those concepts in partnership with VT Cosmetics. I'm going to be highlighting their Secret Reti A line, as well as their Reedle Shot line. And as always, the links for all the products are going to be down below in the description box. These are sold specifically through US Amazon. I'll have timestamps down below to fast forward to whatever part of the video you want to watch. Let's get into it. So let's start talking about the Reedle Shot line. I've gotten a lot of questions about this specifically on Instagram. A lot of you guys have seen this, you want to know what the tea is about it, and I'd heard of it before, especially because the specific ingredient technology behind this I'd heard of last year. And looking into the Reedle Shot line especially, I saw a lot of people discussing how it really does a lot to improve skin texture as well as blemishes. And understanding how the Spicules complex specifically from VT works, it does make a lot of sense. So Spicules specifically is a patented complex through VT Cosmetics, and what it is the Reedles themselves, they are derived from sea sponge. On the ingredient, you're going to see hydrolyzed sponge, and think of those as natural microneedles. You know, microneedling, like the little roller things. Needles on those are not so small, and the idea is obviously you roll them or you puncture your skin with them. They create micro damage, and that can help with the appearance of like skin texture. It can help with the appearance of blemishes, pigmentation, all those things. What Spicules is a much more small version of that, a microscopic equivalent of that, derived naturally from sponge. And the Spicules complex itself is they take the little Reedles and they are immersed in a Spica complex from VT. And how they work in the skin, which is the interesting part more so to me, is that they're essentially penetration enhancers. They create little microchannels in the skin to allow any functional cosmetic use afterwards to be able to penetrate the epidermis a little bit more effectively so you can get better benefit from them. That in itself to me is really cool. From the cosmetic chemistry perspective, we're always looking at how can you get the better benefit from your topical cosmetics, your exfoliants, your soothing ingredients, your brightening ingredients, your retinoids. And so something like this, A, it's a natural option, but B, it's a little bit more of an effective option. I'll have linked below in the description box some really cool studies that were done. A few of them were done on animal skins to show penetration of certain ingredients, but there was a study done in Korea on a panel of like 30 to 60 women where it showcased with this specific ingredient technology, you do see a very marked improvement in the appearance of fine lines, texture, blemishes. It's really cool. And while I did mention that Spicules technology is similar to microneedling, but just on a much more microscopic level, the big advantage of Spicules is that the evidence showcases a lot less irritation, a lot less erythema as a result of usage. And the big advantage with Spicules is the fact that it's a lot more microscopic, so it's going to be a lot more gentle. You're able to use it on a much more daily basis, and it's going to be a lot less intense on the skin. So let's get into the Reedle Shot products from VT. So as you can see on screen, with the Reedle Shot products, you have a range of products. You have Reedle Shot 50, 100, 300, 700, and 1000. The difference between all of those is the concentration of the Spicules active in the formulation, and as a result, how often you can use the products, as well as what impact you're going to see on the skin. For example, with the Spicules 50, you can use that every day. It's a lower concentration of the Spicules active. It's going to be a lot less intense on the skin. You can use it during the daytime every day, and it's going to be just a little bit of a more gentle daily care. With the Spicules 100, this is one that you could use on a more daily basis throughout the week at night. And again, it's a little bit more of a higher concentration of the Spicules active. And with the Spicules 100 as well as the 300, what you're seeing with these is, again, you're getting the micro channel so that whatever you apply after these in your skincare routine will be able to penetrate a little bit more effectively. But also you're seeing very gentle exfoliation of the skin. As you work in the Spicules active, you're going to be seeing a little bit of physical exfoliation. Then on top of that, with the ability to use these on a more daily basis, you're really seeing a reinvigoration of the skin, so that with consistent use of the Reedle Shot 100, 300, you're going to see your complexion looking a lot more refined and smooth with time. And above these, I mentioned you have the 700 and the 1000. These have much more higher concentrations of the Spicules active, and with these, you want to use them once a week, maybe twice a week. I'm going to have on screen a little calendar that VT provides so that you understand when you can use the different Reedle Shot products throughout the week to reduce the likelihood of irritation as a result. What I will note is that I did mention, as you can see on screen, the little Reedles, the Spicules, they're like little tiny mini tiny toothpicks, but do know it's not a physical scrub. You're not feeling this grit, you're not feeling this texture. At most, you might feel a little bit of a tingling sensation, but that's really it. I find these to be a really good alternative to, for example, glycolic acid, which is an exfoliant. It's also a penetration enhancer. What you can use after that will penetrate better, but we know glycolic acid can be very sensitizing and can sting the skin. This is a much more gentle option. And again, while the Reedle Shot 100 and 300 can be used a little bit more regularly throughout the week as more daily care, the Reedle Shot 700 and 1000, they're a little bit more intensive, and with the 1 to 2 time usage per week, they're more of a special care or spot care concept in your skincare routine. You're really seeing a boost in the impact you're going to get from the Cica Reedle Shot Active, as well as a more marked exfoliation benefit as well. And then speaking to the texture of these, as I mentioned, they're not gritty. They're very essence gel type textures. You just work them to the skin. They're going to really hydrate. The formulation for these on top of the Cica Reedle Active, which again is the Reedles that have been immersed in a centella complex, so that when you work the Reedles into the skin, you're getting the benefits of that Cica complex a little bit more into the skin. But you also have niacinamide, you have adenosine, and then a bunch of amino acids, which are natural moisturizing factors. So the texture of this, super lightweight gel essence, but it's going to be really hydrating to the skin, as well as soothing and helping to reduce the appearance of redness on the skin. These are alcohol and fragrance free as well, and they're good for all skin types. I have blemish prone skin, and I have really oily skin, and I've really been enjoying using these on the nights that I want my skin to be a little bit more hydrated, so like the rest nights, but also the nights that I use my retinoids and I use my other actives that target my blemishes. So then for the rest of the Cica Reedle line, aside from the Reedle Shot products, you do have 2 other products. The first one is the Vitalite Toning Essence, and what this is, it's a 2-part product when you first get it. This is vitamin C powder, aka ascorbic acid, and what you do is you take this and you mix it into the solvent, you mix it up, and you get a fresh vitamin C product that you can then use after the Reedle shots. By doing that, you have a very fresh, more potent vitamin C. It's going to be stable when you get it, and therefore you're going to be getting more of the impact of the ingredient that you want. Again, we love vitamin C for antioxidant benefit. It can help target the appearance of pigmentation. And then they also have the Reedle Shot Vitalite Cream, and what this is, it's a daily wear cream. It's super light, super velvety on the skin, and basically I like to think of this as a multivitamin powered day cream. You do have vitamin C in here. You also have CoQ10, you have vitamin B3, niacinamide, as well as vitamin E. So you're working to protect the skin. I love the antioxidant benefits during the daytime, but it's also, again, giving you that extra kick of those antioxidants and the benefits you get from niacinamide and vitamin C, that after you use the Reedle shots, you're getting more of those benefits that are able to actively work in the skin. You could layer these 2 together. The way I like to use them is for especially the days I want more of a light skincare routine, I'll just stick to the Vitalite Essence. When I want a more nourishing routine, you could layer these, but I also just love to use the Vitalite Cream underneath a sunscreen, and I'm good for the day. It's really good for winter time. So that was the Cica Reedle Shot line. Again, really looking at really fun, interesting Korean skincare innovation with that Cica Reedle technology to promote skin penetration. As I mentioned earlier, I love to use the Reedle Shot products before my functional actives. So again, exfoliants, all those, especially retinoids. Next, we're gonna be talking about the Cica Reti A line from VT Cosmetics, which highlights what I love about Korean skincare. Again, really working on hydrating and soothing the skin while simultaneously highlighting a really effective active. We're talking retinol. So for the Cica Reti A line, I'm going to be highlighting 3 products. I have the mask, the daily wear masks. I also have the Cica Reti A essence, as well as the cream. Kind of talking about where they fit into your routine. You have the mask, which are essentially daily wear masks. What I love about these is that you have 30 in a pack, and you can use these every day if you want. Worth noting, with these daily wear masks, the shelf life for these, it's actually on the side. These are, once you open them, good for 2 months. So you really want to be using these every day or every other day to use them within the shelf life. But with these, what you're getting is really nice, juicy, lightweight daily hydration. So what I do is after I shower, I slap these on. I'll do these for a few minutes while I'm getting dressed or doing my hair. Then obviously afterwards, you want to squeeze that juice out. We make use of all that essence in there, and I like to apply that on my body. This does have a low percentage of retinol in there, so that's one thing to note, is that this is going to be a really good product if you're new to retinol or you're more sensitive to retinol. It's going to be a lower concentration you can use more actively on a daily basis. These are alcohol free, but one thing worth noting about the Cica Reti A line is that they do have a fragrance to them, but it is such a light, subtle fragrance. It's just like barely there, a hint, but it just gives you that little self-care indulgence. And it smells just fresh, so I like to use this after a shower for that reason. This does have the Cica Hyalon technology, in, actually that's in all the Reedle Shot products as well. And what that is Cica Complex on top of multi-molecular weight hyaluronic acid to, again, soothe and hydrate, deeply hydrate the skin. And the Cica Retier line also highlights bakuchiol, which is a great antioxidant, a nice botanical ingredient that I do like to see alongside a retinol if I am going to see it in a skincare product. And they just help to boost the appearance of the complexion, even out the appearance of skin tone and texture. Really nice actives to see. And then these also have an ingredient called HPR, aka hydroxypinacolone retinoate, which is kind of a more modern take on retinol. The studies for HPR aren't as robust as we have for retinol. We know retinol is a tried and true product. HPR being newer, we're still looking at what it can really do for the skin. So if I'm going to see it, I do love to see it again alongside retinol. But again, great ingredients if you're looking at targeting the appearance of texture, evenness of the complexion, etc. And then the masks specifically also feature a handful of different peptides, which again, we just love to see to really hydrate the skin, give your skin the appearance of being more plump, more juicy. Now let's talk about the essence and the cream. Essence first, the Cica Retier Essence. And the texture of this, again, it's going to be a little bit, it's hydrating, but it's a little bit more of a gel cream-like texture compared to the masks. The ingredients for this though, I find really interesting, especially having blemish-prone, oily skin, because this features, again, the retinol, the bakuchiol, the HPR ingredient. It's going to help to soothe and hydrate the skin because you do have that Cica Hyaluronic Complex. But it also features a very gentle PHA exfoliant, and it also features an LHA. LHA is in the ingredients list, it's caprylyl salicylic acid. It's kind of a derivative of salicylic acid that is very, very effective for blemish-prone skin, but it's more gentle. And so having blemish-prone skin, having this kind of product is a really good option if you are also a little bit more sensitive, especially having the powerhouse combination of the retinol, the LHA, the gluconolactone, the niacinamide. This is a really good product for all skin types, but also if you're targeting blemish-prone skin, redness, the appearance of pigmentation. This also has adenosine, but it also has ceramide in there as well. So you're getting some really nice lightweight moisturization. So overall, this is a really nice texture to pair after the sheet mask or even after any of the Reedle Shot products. You're going to see better penetration of the retinol, bakuchiol, HPR, the LHA, the PHA, but again, a lower risk of irritation, better for sensitive skin. And because of the enhanced penetration you're going to get from the Reedle Shot products, you're going to see a better impact of those ingredients as well. And then onto the Cica Retier cream. This is more of a cream texture, obviously. And I really like to think of this as a lightweight retinol cream. It's like a good nighttime cream. So you have the retinol, bakuchiol, HPR, you have the niacinamide, adenosine. Really how you can look at these two products is you could layer them for better impact of the ingredients, or maybe you just prefer a different texture. If you have more oily skin like I do, maybe you could enjoy the essence a lot more. And if you have more dry skin or you like to really focus on moisturization, you might enjoy the cream more. But these two, you're really seeing a good impact of the same ingredients. It's just more so what texture do you prefer, or do you want to combine them both for a more enhanced user experience and really getting a higher impact of increased hydration and moisturization from that Cica Hyaluronic Complex. So yeah, we're looking at Korean skincare technology, innovation, but also the more traditional concepts. I love to see how Korean brands are really highlighting the actives that we know and love. In this case, we're talking retinol, some newer ingredients, bakuchiol, hydroxypinacolone retinoate, but also combining those with more innovative concepts. And we're talking about the Cica Reedles here. And first of all, the way that those Reedles are coated in the Cica complex, so you're getting a good benefit while those are working to the skin, but also the way that actives are able to penetrate more effectively as a result of the microchannels that the Cica Reedles are forming. For me, in like cosmetic chemist mind, that is such a cool concept. And it's so simple, especially considering how it's a very natural solution as we're moving into higher naturality in cosmetics. It's really cool to see what Korea is working on and what brands like VT are able to innovate in that regard. You let me know down below in the comment section, have you tried any of the Cica Reedle Shot products or the Cica Retier products? What your thoughts on them are? What is some of your favorite innovation coming out of Korea? Sound off in the comment section. Once again, thank you to VT Cosmetics for partnering with me on today's video. The links for all the products are going to be down below in the description box. They are available on US Amazon. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and notification bell so that you know when I post more skincare, sunscreen, and beauty related content on my channel. Give the video a thumbs up, and thanks for watching, guys. Bye.